Why, hello there, boys and girls. It's time for some algebra. Time for evaluating expressions. In this set of problems, we are going to evaluate the square root of the quantity b squared minus 4ac. To do this, I'm giving an a, b, and a c. I am going to substitute those values into the square root of b squared minus 4ac, what I'm looking for. I'm going to start with a large square root, b squared. Anytime I substitute, I always put parentheses where I am substituting. Therefore, I will not have issues with my negatives. Negative 4 times a times c, which in this case is 1. I'm going to use the order of operations to simplify this square root. The square root symbol is a grouping symbol, so I will do everything inside first. Next comes exponents. 5 squared becomes 25. There are no more exponents, there's no more parentheses, I can go to multiplication. 4 times 4, in this case a negative 4 times 4 times 1 becomes a minus 16. Last but not least, subtraction. 25 minus 16 is 9. The square root of 9 equals 3. Nicely done. In example 2, the difference in example 2, notice I have a negative for my b. When I substitute, it is now very crucial to make sure that I have parentheses, especially when I'm squaring a negative number. Minus 4 times a times c. As I simplify here, square root of negative 7, square of negative 7 becomes 49. Minus 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 6 is 72. Here I get the square root of 49 minus 72. 49 minus 72 is 23. So I am taking the square root of a negative 23. Can we take the square root of negative? No, we cannot. Therefore, I will call this no solution. Let's do one third answer, another answer, one that doesn't come out to be an integer or no solution. Here I have my three numbers. I am going to substitute b squared minus 4 times a times c. 7 squared becomes 49. Negative 4 times a negative 3 is positive 12. Times 5 is positive 60. This becomes the square root of 109. I am going to leave my answer as the square root of 109 as it is an exact answer. You'll notice in these next set of problems, my directions are asking me to round my results to the nearest hundredth. I'm going to use a calculator to evaluate. So bust out those graphing calculators, because here we go. When putting this into a calculator, I must use parentheses. Use parentheses to help group our problem, our expression. Parentheses. I can't spell, huh? Parentheses. When I parentheses and put this in my calculator, I'm going to separate the expression by numerator and denominator. In the first part of this problem, I'm going to put parentheses around 3 plus 4 root 6. That is my entire numerator, divided by my entire denominator, in this case is 3. This is exactly how I'm going to type this into my equation. Don't forget, boys and girls, that this is a plus and minus. There are two solutions. Of course, we are looking at quadratic equations, which you all should know is around 2 solutions. Therefore, I am also going to have to do 3 minus 4 root 6, all divided by 3. I'm going to plug both of those into my graphing calculator. So, on your graphing calculator, I am going to go with parentheses, starting my entire numerator in parentheses. So, once again, I have forgotten 3 plus 4 times the square root of 6, end your parentheses, or push the right arrow button if you have a newer operating system. End my parentheses for my numerator, all divided by the denominator, in this case 3. My answer, rounding to the nearest hundredth, becomes 4.2. The 6 gets rounded up to a 7. You can see after I typed it in my calculator, my answer came out to be 4.26. I'm going to round because this is a 5 up to 4.27. So here's my first answer, 4.27. I'm going to type in the second part of the equation, once again, into my calculator. This time, instead of a plus, I'm going to use a minus. 4 times the square root of 6. And my parentheses for my numerator, that's where I get the double parentheses, all divided by the denominator, 3, and I get negative 2.27 when I round. Negative 2.27. Let's do another example. Here, example 5. I'm going to use parentheses around my entire numerator. 7 plus 3 root 2, all divided by negative 1. Once again, it's a plus and a minus, 2 solutions. So I have to do the same thing again with a subtraction. 7 minus 3 root 2, all divided by negative 1. I'm going to type those into my calculator. Parentheses around the numerator. 7 plus 3 square roots of 2, all divided by negative 1. And I'm going to do it right away, real quickly. I'm going to type in the same thing for the subtraction. 7 minus 3 square root of 2, all divided by negative 1. I forgot a parenthesis sign for my entire denominator. It's not going to give me the right answer. Parentheses divided by negative 1. My positive answer when I added was negative 11, negative 11.24. I'm going to write that down. And when I subtracted, I got an answer of negative 2.75. Did I round correctly? I did not. Negative 2.76. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Please enjoy your afternoon. We'll talk to you soon.